Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Rest of today's video is Thursday, and on Thursdays I do Thursday's Thirsty Thoughts, where I try to come up with a topic that is hopefully engaging. You guys comment down below, and we get some conversations going. So this one was a pretty easy and obvious topic for me. As you can see from the title, let's talk about taking a break from drinking. So if you've been paying attention, I had my wisdom teeth out, and I hadn't had a beer for 2 weeks. Yesterday in real time was the first time I had a beer. Purposefully chose smaller ABV, smaller format beer. It was Monday's video of the Trogs Hopperina. I might be mispronouncing that or misremembering it, but it was an IPA, 6.2%, 12-ounce can. So I'm like, man, my tolerance might be down after 2 weeks. And boy, was it. No hangover, not drunk, nothing like that, but definitely felt much more of a buzz than I would have drinking a beer like that before taking the 2-week break. So like that's kind of obvious. So the point of this, what I'm looking for from you is, do you ever take a break from drinking alcohol? Maybe you give it up for a religious reason like Lent, or you do dry January, or I don't know, before your wedding you took a break to lose weight, like any of that kind of stuff. And besides, do you ever take a break? What did you experience? What effects? Things like that. And that's what I'll talk about the rest of the videos, what I've been going through. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking for you guys in the comment section below. And again, get those conversations going. So on my end, I have twofold. I hadn't had a beer for 2 weeks, well, anything to drink for 2 weeks, and I had my wisdom teeth out. So some of this stuff is unique to beer. Some of this is unique to both of these things at the same time. On top of that, I've been doing a ton of physical labor, which I know I wasn't supposed to, especially early on with getting my wisdom teeth out. So out in the heat doing, work on this porch, yard work, all this stuff. If you didn't see the video, my wife and I are redoing our back porch. So just a lot of stuff, a lot of physical activity. I was painting all day today, for example. But anyway, maybe you see where I'm going with this with the first thing. I've lost a lot of weight. Like 9 pounds, which is or is not a lot to, I don't know, but in the span of 14 days, a lot. Like that's very quick to drop weight. But again, with the wisdom teeth out, that was a big part of it too. But I wasn't drinking alcohol, so that was part of. It was definitely the reason why I wasn't drinking alcohol. So you have those calories not there, and then with the wisdom teeth being pulled. Eating candy and sweets, I still haven't actually. So that no chips, you have crunchy things, like all that stuff. Cut out of the diet, drink a lot. For the first 5 days, actually, I only drank smoothies, and then I started slowly. I would do like a smoothie for breakfast, smoothie for lunch, and then choose something for dinner. So slowly, and I was getting actually decent calories. I was making very appropriate smoothies to give my body what it needed to heal, but there were still lower calories. So very quick weight loss, but not surprising. One thing that I noticed when I was doing this beer review, this is a Corona, this was from Tuesday's beer review, this beer was very sweet to me, and I don't remember Corona being quite as sweet as I was getting. But again, that's not just having taken a break from the drinking, but that was also with not eating a lot of sweet things lately. So it's hard for me, again, because I'm experiencing this all at the same time, to divorce the giving a beer for 2 weeks only versus whether the wisdom teeth giving up stuff lend itself. But definitely the weight loss, obvious. Coming back to drinking, getting that buzz. Also, though, interestingly enough, with the caffeine, at least the first couple of days where everyone was supposed to have any caffeine, so I couldn't have anything at all to eat or drink. 12 hours before the surgery, so I couldn't wake up and have my cup of coffee that day, and then the next day, you're not supposed to have hot stuff for the first few days after having your wisdom teeth out. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna make cold brew even. I was like, I just won't even have caffeine. So I also haven't had caffeine in, at this point, 10 days, which is very weird for me, because usually I wake up and I have a decent sized cup of coffee, rarely a second cup of coffee in the early afternoon. But part of that I'm wondering is if not having the beer at the end of the day affecting my sleep, or if I've just been so let me finish that thought. So the next morning I'm like, I'm dragging a little bit better, and again, not in a hungover way, but just like, I didn't sleep as well because I had the alcohol in my system. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I just don't need the caffeine like I think I do. I don't know. that was kind of an interesting one that I did not anticipate, where I'm not even waking up and craving coffee or tea. I'm not like, oh man, I'm dragging, I gotta have some caffeine. And even though I did have a beer yesterday, I woke up today still not feeling like I needed the caffeine. So at least right now I'm apparently getting enough sleep. And again, I did have a beer yesterday, so maybe that's all in my head about the alcohol in my system going to sleep. Those are the things I wanted to say. Now that I've recorded this, seems kind of obvious, so maybe you have a better story than I do, but I'm still going to post this video. But anyway, do you ever take a break? Do you do it annually, biannually, semi-annually, any of that kind of stuff? What effects did you notice? What did you have clarity? My brain was all the same, like none of that stuff. I rarely get drunk, so like that, certainly wasn't something that was different. But anyway, that's what I experienced. So I guess this is actually more of a, on my end, wisdom tooth, no beer recap. So anyway, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What have your experiences been? Why have you given up drinking for a short amount of time or a decent amount of time? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get those conversations going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, give that liver a break every once in a while. Cheers.